Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now.
Coach, playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Wait, that wide 20. Yeah, Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a big shot. Ball 50. Watch the win. Hey,
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pick. Pickup of 8.
He was brought down by Carl Joseph. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
wait,
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Jim. Check 9. Alert!
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 67 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
58, come on. 50, 61, matchbox, lights. Do. Yep. 58.
Here's Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
72.
On first down, Drake. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
58, come on. Let's go on. No, 66. Big dance. Come.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Play action. Now it's Brady. And it's complete. Hooper. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brady, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Calais Campbell coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Sugar! Hey, wahoo! Sugar!
Brady now to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Let's get it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Rock it. Rock it.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Hey. 52. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. My 52. Here we go, G. Now.
3rd and long. It's Tannehill. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On first down, Dobbins, and he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
You go tight. You got tight. Jacket, reload.
Running, it's Drake. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Wait, set. 380. 58. Come on. Here we go. Chance. 72.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down. At about the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Wait, set. 53. Mike, 58, right there. Go. Check 37. Check 37. Hey, ball 66.
Ballage. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Stay in situation. Let's go. Back.
On 2nd down now, Dolphins takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
He's checking.
Now Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Noah Spence in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Karl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Drop deep, drop deep. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go on. No, 66. Go, go.
Here's Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, Echo.
Now Brady. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Charlie, here I come again. Here I come again.
Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
That's it. Here we go. Here we go. Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. From just shy of midfield, Brady. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Come on, let's go. First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Go! Bravo! Ready!
On second down, Jacobs. And some room to work. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 79 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
58's the money! 58's the money! Alert! Let's go one more! 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Alpha!
Throwing is Brady on third down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Motion. 58, boys, 58. Hey, Alabama.
Brady now on first down. He'll set up the screen to Drake. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Wait, 20. 58, the money. 53, Linda. Watch the run. Hatchet. Check. Crunch.
On second down, Dolphins. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run with Drake. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a give, right side. Dolphins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Wait, 53! Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Shoot! Wide, get wide. Hey, go 66. Under 10. Check it.
On first down, Drake. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Keep it up, guys. Shoot. Be good. Check it, reload.
They'll try the left side. Dolphins. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You gonna learn, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
First down, Raiders.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, Richard. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Richard, 65 yards as they are able to cut into that lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter. The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away? Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Now Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll have a first down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one. Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Check 13. Check 13. Slam. Spot. Regular.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Drake. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now Balaj. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
72.
On first down, Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Double time. 3 down.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Uses the spin. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
6-man, rip. Check curls.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Sam off.
They'll run on first down. Richard, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Tannehill. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, exit. Yeah.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Tannehill. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.